What's up, guys? Back with another video, and once again, I'm here to do another, not a review, but a booking. I'm going to be booking a pay-per-view. Now, we all know that since, AEW came in, AEW has been blowing up. I mean, they have been the biggest thing in wrestling in a while now. And WWE put NXT, the Wednesday Night Wars. WWE put NXT on Wednesday nights on the USA, and I recently just watched a few episodes of AEW, and it's just spectacular. I mean, I can't choose which one I like better between AEW and NXT, but I will say that the main roster isn't really worth watching much. I just stick with NXT and AEW because that's why I get the most satisfaction in the booking. And today I'm gonna be booking an invasion angle, which is like an invasion pay-per-view, and it's gonna have 9 matches, kind of like the invasion angle with back in 2001 with the pay-per-view. That could have been done better, even though it got a lot of buy rates. They didn't have a lot of the key players like Goldberg and Sting and NWO and all those guys. So I'm going to be booking my own invasion angle, and like I said, nine matches. Let's start with number 1, Shayna Baszler and Britt Baker. Now these two, I did not know this, or maybe I didn't pay attention, but these two did have a match before. If you guys aren't aware, Britt Baker is Adam Cole's girlfriend, and it'll be for the NXT Women's Championship. And I'm not gonna dwell on who should win what match. Oh, and by the way, I'm not going to dwell on who should win what matches or not, but I think it's really up to you guys. But I think it would be pretty cool to watch an AEW conquer NXT, even though NXT is a really awesome brand. But yeah, Shayna Baszler, Britt Baker, NXT Women's title. Match number 2, Nyla Rose and Bea Presley against Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox in a tag match. And these two are, of course, we know these two are like best friends, Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox. I think women need to be in an era where they're putting the spotlight on more women. They need to have more than one female match on this card. So I throw in the tag match with Nyla Rose, Bea Presley, Dakota Kai, and Tegan Nox. Number 3, one of my favorites that I've been waiting for, and that's the Young Bucks against Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish for the NXT tag titles in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Oh my God, this match could wipe anything else out on the card. I mean, both of these tag teams, the best on their brand, the best in the world. I mean, anytime they get in the ring, something magical is going to happen. And plus, a super kick party to 2 halves of the Undisputed Era. Who does not want to see that? I mean, how cool would that be? And plus, I think it could be as good, if not better, than the 2 out of 3 falls match that the Revival had with DIY and Takeover. I think it was Toronto. I'm not sure. Toronto or another pay-per-view. I can't remember. But yeah, that's number 3. Number 4, Kenny Omega and Roderick Strong for the NXT North American Championship. And I'm not sure if these guys have wrestled before, but both of these guys are very, very, very talented, spectacular in the ring, and I think these two could gel really well off of each other. So Kenny Omega and Roderick Strong, North American title. Number 5, Pop, aka formerly known as Neville in WWE, against Johnny Gargano. Now this is one of my dream matches, one of the matches that should have happened but didn't. Now if Johnny Gargano was in 205 Live, I think they could have done this if he was up on the main roster, but he's still down in NXT. Well, still at NXT, and this is these two together. But Pop, amazing heel. I think he's better as a heel than he was as a babyface, and all these high athletic moves that he can do, he just moves around so agile. It's freaking great. I mean, every time he's in the ring, people watch. Same thing with Johnny Gargano. Both of these two together in the ring, it would just be magic. Next one, my next match, number 6, Jon Moxley against Tommaso Ciampa in a street fight match. Now, this is also another one of my dream matches, and I think that these two kind of have the same, I wouldn't want to say the same gimmick, but they kind of, I see one of, they're both great at what they do, whether it's great at being a heel or whether it's a heel or a face, they both make it work really well. Personally, I think both of them are better as heels, but I think these two can tear the house down with each other in a street fight. If you don't believe me, watch Tommaso Ciampa's matches with Johnny Gargano and from last year, especially the I think it was the unsanctioned match where Johnny Gargano made him tap from his knee brace. But yeah, John Moxley, Tommaso Ciampa street fight match. Number 7, Riho and Candice LeRae for the AEW Women's title. And these two both very underrated. And Riho is a very small, petite. She's a petite wrestler, and I haven't really seen enough of her to really form a huge opinion. But from what I've seen so far, she is pretty talented. And Candice LeRae also, as well, is very talented. She gets overlooked a lot just because she's married to Johnny Gargano, but Candice LeRae deserves better than being known as Johnny Gargano's wife. And this would really shine a huge spotlight on her to put her in a title match with the AEW Women's Champion with Riho, and these two could do really well off of each other. Number 8, next one, Cody against Adam Cole, NXT title. And these two, I'm not sure if these two have faced off against each other. I know they've tagged together. And Cody, he's been better now than he ever has when he was with WWE. And I think that could be he could play a real contender for Adam, a real number 1 contender for Adam Cole's NXT championship. He could give him a huge run for his money. And finally, my last match, Chris Jericho and Matt Riddle for the AEW World Title. Now, these two, for the past couple of months, have been talking crap about each other online. You know, Matt Riddle, of course, you know, he's been beefing with every WCW legend. Chris Jericho, Goldberg, Lance Storm, Goldberg, Booker T was telling Matt Riddle to chill out. You know, I think if these two could get along, then they can have a great match with each other. And Matt Riddle, transitioning to UFC or MMA or whatever, the professional wrestling world isn't easy, but he was able to do it really well. And plus, he gets the best reaction from the crowds, and he is amazing in the ring. And I think he can get a one hell of a match out of Jericho. Jericho's an excellent performer too, but I think he can get one of the best matches Jericho's had in years. So yes, that is my NXT Invasion pay-per-view, AEW versus NXT. Let me know what you guys think. What matches would you book? What matches did I leave out? What do you think? Which have you been watching more, AEW or NXT? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.